Ladies and gentlemen, if you just saw what I saw and heard what I heard. Here we go. Once again, we're broadcasting from DJ's Day Out, 13th annual, brother. 13 years, bro.
13 years.
Brother.
And I've been here for what, 5, 6 years? So I've been witnessing the momentum on this.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know who this man is sitting next to me, this is the legendary DJ Scratch Master Popo. Brother, welcome back to the show.
Man, appreciate you, man. How you feeling?
Hey, brother, good now after seeing that say you just did. Now, let me give the people a quick flashback. The first time you and I met a couple of years ago, we sat right here at DJ's Day Out. And you played a set that blew people's mind.
Right.
What happened in your career since that day to now?
In that time, at exactly around that time, it was Versus. And doing a lot of these battles and just being open format different. So instead of, and you know, I never want to come off disrespectful to anybody. Instead of being the typical sometimes DJ that play maybe the same breaks, same routines, it's good to break out of that, you know, and just show that personality and you vibing. Because anybody can get technical with playing records, breaks, and anything, but it's just how you can put music together. That's what's missing. The technicality will never be lost, but what's lost is the art behind that. So it's like showcasing our art more than just being so technical. It is hard at some point because you got the itch to go in. So you're gonna want to go in.
Come on.
You also want to show that the art side of merging music. It may sound funny to you, but the average listener is like, oh wow, okay, this is different and it's refreshing. So as much time you can be creative, man, hell, if it didn't stop, keep going.
How do people respond to you? Because man, you are not like an average. When I see you on a flyer, I'm gonna pull up.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming that people pull up to hear you for different reasons.
Yeah, it's difficult because, you know, people wants to hear that side of being just regular and staying put, and I can't. It's like having bad ADHD. You can't stay put for one reason. So it's like I enjoy it, and it took years for people to reciprocate it because they're not used to that. We're so spoiled into hearing a DJ rock, but we don't get to hear the creativity. Now, there's a lot of DJs, even in Atlanta, that are creative. I can say the 20% to 30% that's creative. The 70% stay focused on playing what I'm gonna play, what the club is hitting. I'm gonna have. This is a mistake I see. I see a lot of DJs have a warm-up set and different indications. Your warm-up hits, your mid hits, and your golden hits. Personally, I don't care for none of that because it's the timing and the presentation how you play the record. So no matter what, you can play a warm-up record at a hypest moment, but we know the song, we know the record. It's just how you present it. So I never ever want to put a record in the category of levels. A record is a record. It's how you present it. It's how you flip it.
Wisdom.
So you never ever want to place any record in a box and just try it. Like here's an example. I played Tracy Chapman in a hypest night, a fast car, at 12 o'clock when a bar is flowing with liquor. But guess what? It stops people to think like, wait, did you just play Tracy? I did. Because you know the record. So boom, I got your attention. I play the record. Now what's my follow-up with it? I can play a banger or I can play another record that you remember. I'm not gonna always rush to play the banging hits. I'm gonna always pace. You pacing with a flow, and you still got everybody moving, grooving, and dancing to. By the time you're done, you're just like, oh shoot, you didn't have to play the bangers. You just paced all the way that people don't get to hear. So the trick is like for me, play what you're not gonna bang out, and have the confidence to play those records.
Confidence.
That's what it says. The presentation, the confidence behind playing the record is gonna take you far, and you just got to be willing to say, go for it. Who cares about the comments, rejection? Who cares? I really don't. You know. But,
and that kind of answers the next question I was going to ask you. Have you ever had an experience where somebody didn't get it?
Oh yeah, all the time. It didn't get it until sometime 50% of your power of your mic, you explain it. You don't give it away, but you explain it, say, hey, pay attention. Stop what you're doing. Like, just clear out your ear for like 20 seconds and peep this. And as soon they hear that clip of a sample or that flip, they're like, okay, we got it. It's like, now we understand what he's doing. So you have to present it in a way where you can talk, play it. It's any format how you do it. But it just go with confidence and just doing it, man. Because the mistake we're going to play is that your top 20 records just cut. You got to break out of it and just try.
And that's what makes you so memorable. It's because you are, like you said, you don't fit in the box.
Right.
Your set doesn't sound like anybody else's set I've ever heard.
Right.
Record selection, presentation, and I like the way that you added confidence.
Oh, yeah.
But brother, here's my last question. There's a video floating around on Instagram I saw yesterday of this young sister speaking. She was actually complaining about how DJs should stop mashing up records and just play the record as is.
Just play the damn song, play it at the right time, and play it for the right amount of time, and call it a day, and stop it all the shenanigans.
Well, you know what? I disagree and I agree. Okay, so there's a thing called overload of doing a lot of mashups, and is a time and place, but I disagree because it sounds like some haterism to me. So it's like you can mash up, but 50% where she's correct. What she could have stated was, you know what? If you're gonna do that, play the original, then introduce the mashup. Original, because it could have been stated in a better way, and I know exactly what you're talking about. So she made it in a way where it's like, stop doing mashups completely. And I said, well, you know what? You may not be, your attention span may not get it, and it's okay. It's cool. So if that's the case, I'm gonna get to your level. I'm gonna play the original, then introduce the mashup. I'll break it in even. I'll play the originals, but my next follow-up is gonna be a banger that makes sense within the drum key and the flow, the energy of the record. But you can show your artistic side. What she's trying to say, which I wish I could have said, maybe you're trying to say, don't overdo it, or overkill it. Because the way it sounded like she was saying, I hate mashups. And I wanted to say, you know what? Hey, hey, sweetheart, I love you, but you're gonna get some comments underneath. You can't stop the art and you can't stop the flow. Because that's what we're losing. We got good DJs, but we're losing the artistry. That's the main thing. And there's a bunch, like I said, there's a bunch of low-key DJs I know who stay under the radar, who does the mashups but don't get recognized. But the thing about even with getting recognized too, you got to put it in work yourself, and you have to showcase your work on social media. A lot of people post flyers, videos of content of here's where I'm going to be at. That's cool and all, but showcase your skill set to the world. You may think it sounds bad, but just all you got to do is press record and just go in and pick your 90-second reel and say, this is what I want to post. I do it mainly like once or twice a week because you're going to have listeners from all over the world instead of locally in the state of Georgia just watch you. The whole point of this game is to use the resources to not be local.
Say that.
So if we got resources, use it. If you want to travel and be in this situation and do that, cool. Don't be local. Use it. It's for free. You make an email, user account, and password, and use it. The laziness comes from I don't feel like doing it. Man, listen, I got a 2-year-old kid, and I make videos at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning and go back to bed. As long as I did it, because it's the itch of motivation that I want to. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to be in Georgia forever. I want to be staying local, and it takes a long way. I'm not there. I'm where I want to. I'm getting there, but it's progression of just got to put in that work. You have to.
Last but not least, my brother, You recently made an offer on social media.
Yeah, I made an offer. So I told everybody,
tell
listen.
the people what you offered to the world.
I made an offer and said, hey, the first 10 people, I will show you the tricks of how I play in my sets. And so far I got 8 down. 8 down so far. So I said, no, I'm gonna take a couple more because it's some good-hearted people that want to learn. So I'm like, I'm not gonna limit. It's gonna be some people that say, okay, I will say, hey, I'm gonna limit this because I can't take too much. But I say, hey, I'm gonna offer the tricks of how to just have fun and play with music. Be strategic on your set. Be organized.
Right.
And be focused. Have a focused set instead of laundering in other areas. Because when you do that, you tend to lose focus. But still have fun and don't be prestige into what I have to do because this other DJ did it, or because I gotta play this because somebody didn't play this in the set. Do you? Like I played Pink Panther. it was just random, but guess what? With Get Involved, it just flowed. I was like, I didn't even rehearse that. I was like, okay, that's the ADHD in me. I'm gonna play the record.
You had to be thinking to come up with that one.
Yeah, literally. I was like, out of all the million records of R&B, hip hop, I said, Get Involved. But I said, you know what? I didn't even rehearse that. I said, bump it. I'm gonna try it. And I said, risk taking. Take risk. That's the main thing. It worked.
It worked.
I'm gonna post that clip. I said, taking risks is the key. Just try it.
Brother, please tell the people where to follow you, where to find you, and what you got coming up next.
Man, you can follow me at DJ Popo01 on Instagram, Flames Popo on Facebook, and DJ Popo88 on YouTube. So it's like I'm everywhere where you can find. I ain't on Wikipedia yet, but you can find on a small platform and just look for me.
Ladies and gentlemen, the legendary Scratch Master, DJ Popo. Welcome again, brothers, to the Rockwell Radio Show. Happy DJ's Day out.
Always.